What's up, dudes? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, we are theorizing the country called Greece. You already know Joe. Let's dissect the flag. The Greek flag makes a lot of symbols. The white represents peace, and the blue represents the sky. And it was the same for coat of arms. And those are like leaves from ancient Greece. And however, the country is located in Balkan regions bordering Turkey, Bulgaria, Macedonia, and Albania, and it's a part of the European Union, right? You might be thinking, hey, are most Balkan nations are like not a part of the EU? Why, yes, there are three countries: Slovenia, Croatia, and Greece, all part in the European Union. And the entrance treasure in 13th century BC and Hadrianus and often father of history. Yeah, with ancient history in ancient Greece, but Greeks and Alexander the Great was like, hey, dudes, want to conquer half the world? And so he did. He went from Greece to all the way to Pakistan. And then later he died, and then the kingdoms were broken up, and it was ancient world where Romans' glory was in, and the Byzantine Empire formed, and Constantinople was their capital at the time. It was Istanbul today, and then Greece declared independence from the Ottoman Empire in the 1800s and received territory in before or after World War One, and Greece was like, hey, I'm gonna claim this territory, and Turkey did not like it, so Greece had to stick in that, and World War Two came in, and yep, Greece was a part of Italy and Italy and Germany at the time, but now it was free from it after just years from German and Italian rule in World War II, and then the Prime Minister, Sandra Merchants, since 2019, and the Assembly is in the United Nations, and then the Greeks in the sea, and Boeing, and then ships, tanks, and then its geography, and the world, you can see why that Greece has its own ancient history and a lot of stuff, including most famous of all, the Parthenon, which is very old. Yeah, very, very old. Yeah, it's old ancient history, Greek food, soccer, and even religions. However, the country's capital and largest city is Athens, and their official language is Greek, and 93% are Christianity, but others are Greek Orthodoxy, other Christian religions, their religion, Islam, and others, and their development is Greek, and their president, since 2020, and the Prime Minister since 2019, and the Parliament Speaker, since 2019, and the legislature is held in Parliament, and it declared independence from the Ottoman Empire in 1821, and recognized in 1830, and current constitution in 1975. And then the area is 131,957 kilometers, or 50,949 square miles, making it 95th on the list. Dang, that's near to the top 100. It's probably. And then we have like Greece history and stuff. But their population is 10,718,565, making 85th. And then their density is 82 kilometers or 200 12.4 square miles, making it 98th on their list. It's a destiny. And their GDP is 339.668 billion. And their per capita is 31,821. And their GDP nominal in total is 339.668 billion. And their per capita is 31,821. And their GDP nominal is actually 211.645 billion, and their per capita is 19,827. On the top was the total, or PPP. And then their GNI is 1.4, makes it medium in the Swiss. And HDI is 0.888, makes it very high in the list as very second. And their currency is the euro, like most European countries. And their time zone is UTC 2 in Eastern European times, and then in summer times it changes in 3. And their drive zone is right. And speaking of right, let's read the presidential election of 1876, which is kind of messed up, by the way. But it's good. Not that long, but it's kind of messed up, by the way. Anyways, let's start reading. The 23rd presidential election in American history took place on November 7th, 1876. Boy, this was one controversial. President Ulysses S. Grant has actually considered running for a 3rd term, and he would be the first one to try, but he only decided against it, which is a probably good idea, since the administration continued to be accused of corruption that faced many scandals. Plus, the economy sucked. The country was in the middle of the Great Depression. Well, that's what they call it back then. After a real Great Depression happened in the 1930s, we now call it the financial crisis, the Panic of 1873. So Grant was smart to decide against speaking a 3rd term, but who will take his place? And the Republican National Convention assembled several candidates were on the ballot. James Wayne, the U.S. representative from Maine, looked a little early favorite, but many representatives on Wayne couldn't win the general election due to the scandals. Eventually, they settled with Rutherford Hayes, the governor of Ohio. Rutherford was another Civil War hero, having fought with bravery and even getting wounded 5 times during the war. He was also known as the Reformer, plus his beer was amazing. The Republicans chose William Wheeler, a U.S. representative from New York, as his running mate. The Democrats were feeling much better of chances that the economy was in ruins and Grant's friends had messed up the Republican image. They were fired up and possibly supported Samuel Tilden, the governor from New York. Tilden was known as the new type of Democrat, a bourbon Democrat. Bourbon Democrats were basically classic liberals who supported things like free trade and world's gold standard and opposing things like imperialism. The Democrats nominated Thomas Hendricks, the governor of Indiana, as Tilden's running mate. So this election was a battle of governors. But wait, there's more! A new political party called the Greenback Party has emerged. A third opinion. They wanted information, though printing paper money called greenbacks were quite anti-monopoly, bringing both the issues national spotlight. The Greenback Party nominated inventor and entrepreneur Pete Cooper for president. Cooper was interesting fellow, not only he had a tremendous beard, he also demonstrated and built the first American steam engines. It was definitely not a politician. It was like 180 years old. Okay, he was just actually 85. Cooper was the oldest president ever nominated in presidential American history. Cooper's running mate was Samuel Finnish, a former U.S. representative from Ohio. Most third parties go and stood well a chance. Meanwhile, the shaping of a very close race between Hayes and Tilden. The two didn't actually campaign much, leaving that supporters. This election would mark the first one in which the new state of Colorado could participate. However, since it is because a state in August, its legislator, who happens to be a Republican, chose the electors. In fact, this was the last presidential election in which any state picked its electors that way. Keep in mind when you look at it in results a bit. And here are our results. Oh boy, we have a little mess. It first appeared that Tilden was going to win by midnight. He had 184 of the 185 electoral votes needed to win. And he needed the popular vote by 250,000. And surrounding the bribery get African Americans not to vote, Democrats ensured Republicans of not counting Tilden's, but 20 electoral votes were disputed in 4 states: Florida, Louisiana, Oregon, and South Carolina. In response, Congress immediately created an electoral convention to investigate response that dispute and a committee of 5 U.S. representatives, 5 U.S. senators, and 5 Supreme Court justices. 5 of these members of Congress were Democrat, and 5 of the justices 5 Republican. Of the justices, 2 were Democrat and 2 were Republican. And David Davis, the 5th justice, I mentioned him in the last episode, was actually independent. However, Democrats in the Illinois legislature elected Davis U.S. Senate in hopes Davis would support Tilden. The plan backfired. David excused himself from the commission. Davis, replaced by Justice Joseph Bradley, a hardly politician fellow, but still someone who runs as a Republican, making vote in stone. Bradley vote and break the tie around the party, and in 8-7 ruling convention decided to award and disputed electoral votes that Hayes made it so many people would get angry that some even talked about the second Civil War to make Democrats happy. The Republicans agreed to withdraw all remaining federal troops from the South, which officially ended Reconstruction. In other words, North would no longer micromanage the South. After that, the South would attempt to go back to the pre-Civil War ways, especially with the demonstration against African Americans. This informal agreement became famously known as the Compromise of 1877. So with 185 electoral votes, Rutherford Hayes won, becoming the 19th presidential election in American history. William Weaver became the 19th vice president in American history. Samuel J. Tilden received 184 electoral votes. Rutherford's history was the smallest electoral vote victory in American history to insist that injury Tilden won the popular vote by more than 250,000 votes. This is the only presidential election in which a candidate received more than 50% of popular vote, but still didn't get elected. Tilden said, "I can't retire through public life and conscience, and shall be recreated in the policy the credit of having been elected to the highest position in give the people without any of the cares in response to the office." Understandably, people began questioning the electoral votes after the election. Peter Cooper did solid third place with only 1% of the electoral vote. This election was certainly unique in the first presidential election in 24 years, in which a Democratic candidate won the majority of the popular vote. It was still one of the 5 elections in which the person who won the popular most votes but did not win the election. This election of 1876 had the highest voting turnout in American history. It was the last one to occur in the end of Reconstruction, and it was another 20 years before southern states would again vote for a Republican president. Hopefully, 81.8% cast a ballot in this election. So what do you think? Was long? Was tired? Maybe not. But I know it's the 20th episode. You know what to do, folks. It's time to play Roblox. I know. Roblox is been down for free 70 hours or 70 hours-ish. But luckily, it's back again. So let's play some Roblox, shall we? And also, don't forget it's Halloween. So say Happy Halloween in the comments. Actually, there's no comments, but let's see which game is. Yes, I played that game before, but let's play it anyway. Okay, so I have my... Oh, the camera's a little bit bugged. There we go. Now... we have a lot of stuff, like a lot of cars. Let's get the Thomas engine out. There it is. Look at his beautiful face. Look how fast he's going. He's going almost 400 miles per hour. Oh! He crashed, and my camera's a little bit bugged. Anyways, let's take a little ride in dunes. Oh yeah, Thomas the Train isn't good at this. Let's get a more Cybertruck car. And that? Yeah. Oh, this is not that bad. Or let's get the most electric of all. This car. Oh yeah. This is quite electric. And super fast too. Look at that go! Oh, yeah. I have 238 miles. I played this game before since Roblox had backed up again. And it's back. You hear that? It looks like someone wants us to race. Let's get my famous McLaren out to race against them. Or we could stay with the most electric car. It's a hypercar that is mostly electric. But it is electric, but you still see its electric moves. Oh, wow. Can't jump. And yep, it is a suspension test where you test cars to the limits. Oh, wow. This is amazing. Look at that go! Oh, it went 500 miles per hour. That is speedy. Yep, this is good. This is like a best car in the world. Best drift in the world. It's me. Okay, we're just going up a hill. Go! Yep. This is like too fast. I know it can. Oh, wow. Jump very hard. Wow. Oh. Whoa! Into the dunes. Wow. This is actually really fun to play, right? It's the 20th episode already. Like, Serbia was 16, and then the next country was 17, which was probably Kosovo. It was Kosovo the entire time. 18, which was Albania. 19, Estonia. And now 20, Greece. Okay. That was amazing. That was probably amazing. And let's play some new games, I think. So, we should play Marble Mania. Let's play some Marble Mania because I haven't played that game for you guys in a while. But we're gonna play it today. Okay? Marble Mania. Let's see. It hasn't updated since Roblox got down, but I still have all 82 badges. Yeah, right there. I have all 82 badges. In there. But luckily, let's play this for a while until it's like 24 minutes into the time. And we'll end in 26. Because it'll be 2 minutes. Like, it is 22. Now 24. So 2 minutes of playing games. Yeah. Trampoline, boy! Let's make a shot. Oh yeah, I just made a shot. Oh, you want to play chess with this car? Oh yeah. You're, of course. Zero gravity? I'm turning it on. Into a ramp. Hey, I'm a huge fan in your YouTube channel. Oh yeah. Let's play piano for a little bit. I know that I'm bad at pianos. I know what to do now. You like it? Say yes if you like it. Okay. Let's see. And now, let's go ahead. And now, yep. There it is. We're on the... Or, we're not. Let's just end the game anyways. So, we can play Rise of Nations. Yeah, Rise of Nations is kind of cool. Yep. Let's just play as a country. Guess what country it is? And guess what? It is probably Vietnam. Yeah, Vietnam. We'll play as Vietnam for the day. Yes, Vietnam. Okay. What do you want to form? The New Green Dynasty? So I need to take Laos, Cambodia, yeah, and that's it. So, Laos, you're gonna be down. No, you're gonna be down. Right now, you're gonna be down. I'm gonna send all of my troops to Cambodia and Laos immediately because I don't have much time right now. So, Laos, you're going down again. What? It takes 96 days? It's fine. It's fine. Anyways, you can form a new dynasty if you want. Because it's like literally good for you. For your own shorts. Because it's like 27 minutes and 26 seconds video on the timer in our screen right now. But we can play it. So it says April 3rd. And that says May 13th. On the same year, 2019. So it's March. Right now, it's March. And then next will be April. By the time I'll be in this game for a little while. And there you go. War is gonna be declared immediately on them. Attack! Now we hold on a minute.